Hey, what's going on, everybody? Matty Mo here, back with another video. And today is approximately, let's see, 4 days before surgery. 4 days. So we are getting close here. Fix the camera real quick. Little smudgy smudge. So 4 days out. Getting a little nervous. Not gonna lie. Uh, right now, I've been placed on my liquid diet, so it's just straight protein shakes and water, and that's it. I'm allowed to have one or two hard-boiled eggs a day, sugar-free ices, but that's it. Um, it kind of sucks. It's not horrible. My one friend, I have two friends that are actually going through it with me as well. Their surgeries are the next day or two. Was that fuzzy? Or the next day or two. So good luck to them. Shout out to Amanda. Shout out to my boy Jeff. So what today's video is gonna be mainly about, I'm gonna talk about my decision to get the sleeve, and I'm gonna talk about, you know, why, what my mental health was leading up to getting the surgery or getting the sleeve, and why I thought I should do it. So I let's see, I, I've struggled with my weight probably my entire life. Entire life, I've always struggled with my weight. I have gotten, I've lost. There goes my charger. I've gotten, I've lost as much as, let's see. I don't have a tripod unfortunately with me today, so I gotta hold it myself. But I've gotten as low in weight as 235 pounds, I want to say, and I'll include a picture of what I looked like then. I was working out every single day, hours on end. I was playing basketball, full court basketball, LA Fitness. I was eating appropriately. I was doing a lot of working out, and I was just very physically active. Uh, and then, life happens. I went and I just fell out of love with the gym, and it went from there to not working out at all. Eating a lot, just playing video games, sitting at home doing nothing, and this weight slowly added up. Lost the weight again, went back up again, lost the weight again. The last time I lost weight was a significant amount of weight. I mentioned in my first video. I lost 75 pounds. I met a girl. She wanted to lose weight too. It kind of kick-started me into doing it. She kind of fell off, but I just kept going, and I got real serious with meal prepping. I did my macros. I got into powerlifting, um, and I loved it. I absolutely fell in love with powerlifting, and once I get the surgery and I lose some weight, I want to get back into powerlifting again once I get approved. So I lost 75 pounds then. I'll post a picture again of what I looked like then, and then I'm gonna post a picture right here of what I look like now. So I want to say a better part of, I don't want a year, but about 6 to 7 months, I flirted with the idea back and forth, and I said, if no, I gave myself a year. I said if I can lose some weight and get back into the regimen, I won't get the surgery, and I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Year came and went, and at that moment, I was at my heaviest, 350 some odd pounds, 353. My heaviest before that was 230. Now I'm at 353 pounds. 275 to 353 pounds. It's almost 100 pound weight gain. uh, and I was just eating Taco Bell, eating McDonald's, like just not watching what I ate, and I was eating in excess. I was drinking soda. I was eating in the middle of the night. Like it was bad. COVID had a part to do to that because I was in a paramedic program at the time, and I was literally at home, not working, studying, and just eating Papa John's, Taco Bell, playing Xbox with my boys, and it just quickly added up. This and I'm paying the price for it. This year I was diagnosed with left ventricular hypertrophy, LVH, which, if you guys don't know what that is, it's a enlarging of the left ventricle, the walls of the left ventricle of your heart. The muscle gets a little thicker, so it's a little bit harder for the heart to pump the blood. It takes a little more effort. I know it sounds weird, like, oh, well, it got thicker. It's it's more muscle. It should be stronger. No, it's completely opposite. Unfortunately for me, it's not that thick, but it's enough to be considered a left ventricular hypertrophy. So it's just everything I'm going through is just continuously pointing me in the direction that I made the right decision. And after I get the surgery on Friday and I go through the healing process and I'm get into a normal regimen, I hope I feel the same way still, and I feel like I will. But yeah, so once I gave myself that year and I realized my habits can't change. The field that I work in as a paramedic, my sleep schedule is always messed up. My eating habits are not the greatest. And like I tell my friends this all the time. They ask me, why are you doing this? And I'm like, I don't trust myself anymore. I can't trust myself anymore to do the right thing when it comes to food and everything else. I've so many times, and like I just explained, I've lost the weight and then I've gained it back. Something always happens, whether it's emotional, something, a tragic event, anything. I stubbed my toe. Oh, I'm gonna Taco Bell. It doesn't matter. So I made this decision that I'm going to change. I'm going to make a permanent life change. And I feel like this is what I needed to do. To hold myself accountable. To force myself. Like, hey, you're not eating that fourth slice of pizza. You're not eating that second slice of pizza. You're not drinking soda. It's like kind of like my guardian angel almost. Or like a bouncer, I guess. Like protecting me. Or, whoever you may be. I know how to work out. I know how to eat right, and I feel like this is going to give me that tool, that edge. They say this is a tool. It's not an end all be all. You can't just rely on it. You have to do all the appropriate work. You have to eat right still. You have to work out. You have to put in the effort, and that's what I'm gonna do. And this is my stepping stone, hopefully for the rest of my life. And that's pretty much why I decided to do this. Like I said, I just couldn't trust myself anymore. You can't stick, and especially being in this field, there's always free food around. There's always free soda around. I can't trust myself to go to some firehouse or an ambulance company, and there'd be like free food or free pizza or leftover food from a meeting, and just like, oh, I'm gonna have a little bit. No. If there is leftover pizza in the fridge from a meeting, from a firehouse, or one of my jobs, I'm having 3 or 4 slices and garlic knots and the free soda. So, I can easily consume over 1,000 calories, and this is the problem. So, we're going to go on to the flip side now. And it's something that some people have a hard time talking about, and I never thought I would be at this point in my life. When I lost the 75 pounds, I went through a very rough patch in my life, and some of my friends know about this, and some of you don't. And some of you are going to learn how dark it got for me for a little bit there. So, before I lost the weight, I think this was in 2017, 2018, that year I'd gone through a breakup. And this girl, we dated for 2 years almost. I thought me and her were going to get married. We kind of went our separate ways, and I thought I was okay. As time went on, I got lonelier and lonelier, and let's see if I can prop this up. Oh, that's my editing station. Let's see. Not there. Come on, stay right there. I know you can do it. Nope. No? Okay. Let's see. I got an idea here. Oop. Bear with me for 1 second. My friggin' arm's getting tired from holding this phone. That there, that there. Let's go Rangers. Oh, that's so much better. I need to get a tripod. So anyway, as I was saying, I went through all of this with this girl. I went through the breakup. I went through the healing phase. I thought that it was the healing phase, and what happened is that I I slowly but surely went back into my old habits. You know, I was by myself a lot. I was eating a lot. I was sitting at Taco Bell drive-through at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning by myself, eating $20, $30 at the Taco Bell, and not working out. You know, I tried to work out. I tried to get back into it, and then it got pretty dark there. It started. I started dating this girl. Girls always, for some reason, have a part to play in with me, but I dated this girl for 2 months, and was infatuated with her. I really, really liked her. She was amazing. She was gorgeous. I was, I guess, like you say, a little overzealous, a little overbearing, but in a nice way. I wasn't like, yo, where are you? Who are you with? Like, I wanted to spend a lot of time with her. I wanted to hang out with her. I liked being around her. She made me feel better. She made me feel happy. Unfortunately, over the summertime, that we kind of went our separate ways. We stayed friends, but went our separate ways, and that, I guess, kind of started the cascade, or like the downfall of where I went with my life into this dark stage. And I'm not saying it had anything to do with her. I think it was kind of like the catalyst of the beginning of it. It kind of like the fire starter. It was like the straw that broke the camel's back, with all the pent up stuff that I had not addressed and I had not talked about, and I had not, gotten out of my system and dealt with. So between like June, July of, I think this was like 2018. I believe this was 2018, maybe 2017. It was between 2017 and 2018. We'll go with 2018. I was probably the most depressed I've ever been in my entire life, ever. I would never wish it on my worst enemy, on anybody except for maybe Hitler. But regardless of the fact, I was depressed. I was anxious. I couldn't go to the gym without feeling like everybody was watching me, so that was out of the question. And it got worse and worse and worse. I started taking it out on my family. I started taking it out on my friends, and it wasn't who I was. I lost myself. I lost who Matty Mo was, and it got bad. It got really bad. I outlasted people. I outlasted my mother. I said things I didn't mean. I did things I didn't mean, and it just wasn't who I was. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a fun-loving, have a good time, laid back, life of the party, social butterfly, and I'm always got a smile on my face. The smile wasn't there anymore. It was rough. So, the worst it got. This is the point where I was like, I need help. I need to talk to somebody. I need to get it out there. I need to deal with this. Was probably around October, the month of October. That's when it was the worst. No, September. No, it was October. It was either October or November. I'm pretty sure it was October. I started having between October and November is when it got bad. I started having suicidal ideations. I would be driving home from work, middle of the night, and these roads straightaways, and I would just think as I'm driving down the road, I just take my seatbelt off and I hit like 100 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour, and I crash right into that big oak tree right there. That's it. All of this pain, I won't have to deal with anymore. Just look for my glasses. I won't have to deal with it anymore. So that went on for about a month or so, and it started becoming more and more frequent, popping in my head. I would see things like, oh, if I just did this, it would, be over. And then it would go away. I wouldn't continue to think about it. And then, we had a call when I was working in Riverhead Ambulance. This individual who was ex-military was threatening suicide. Thankfully, the police were able to talk him down, and the situation was de-escalated. But he had a shotgun in his hand. So in the month of November, I remember this distinctly. I went out to check my trail cameras, and I brought my shotgun with me just in case I saw some squirrels or anything. And I came home. I went in my house, and I was looking at the shotgun. And I was thinking about that guy in a situation. I unloaded the shotgun. There wasn't any shells, but I unloaded the shotgun. I sat down, and I put the barrel to my forehead, and I put my toe on the trigger, and I clicked it, and that click was just like ever resonating. It was so loud, and I thought to myself, it would be that easy to end this pain, this suffering, and that's when the moment I realized I need to talk to somebody about this. And thankfully, I have thankfully I have some of the best friends in the world, and they were there at the right time. They were there at the right time. About a week or two later, I think it was around Thanksgiving, or I think it was around Thanksgiving. It was in December time. One of my best friends, one of my very best friends in the world, my buddy Paco, was visiting from, I believe it was either upstate or from El Paso. He was in the military, and then my friend Barris was down on the island too, and my friend John, and we all went out and had a drink. And we were sitting there, we were talking, we're drinking, and I thought to myself, I'm like, I need to talk to them. I need to tell them what's going on, because I know they go through they've went through similar things as me, and they would be the guys that, would be the ones to talk to. So we spent a couple hours. I told them everything. I got it all out there, and I talked about it with them, and they talked to me about it and what they went through. And after that night, I felt eons better. I felt so much better. I was sorry, thought I had something in my eyelash. I felt way better. I started going back to the gym. I got eating healthier, being a better person, and I went back to who I was as a person. I went back to being Matty Mo, and during that time frame when I lost all this weight, I started powerlifting and I was looking great. My friend Robbie actually got in contact with the Health Fitness magazine that he worked with, and the chief editor actually wanted to do a feature of me, or wanted to give me like a small feature about my progress, what I've gone through, and everything that I'm doing. Unfortunately, I dropped the ball on that one, and I never got any of the stuff that they needed in. And then my laptop got stolen with all the stuff that was on there, which sucked. So, ever since then, I've battled depression and anxiety back and forth. I mean, my anxiety has gotten worse than my depression has, because I go into a gym and I feel like everybody's staring at me or looking at me. My social anxiety's gotten, like I said, a little bit worse. My depression's not so bad. I got seasonal depression, but I have my good days. I have my bad days. Being overweight definitely adds to those bad days. Excuse me. Definitely adds to those bad days. But, I have a loving family around me. I have great friends. I have a great job. And, thankfully the last couple of months I've been having more good days than bad days. And, anybody that's overweight knows what I'm talking about. You look in the mirror and you're disgusted with how you look. And I give kudos to anybody that is overweight or bigger, and they love themselves and they accept themselves for who they are. I do as well, but to a certain degree. I can only love myself so much, unfortunately. And even when I lost all the weight when I was younger, I still thought I was a fat mess. So it can be a struggle sometimes. It can definitely be a struggle. 100% it can be a struggle. But you know what? If you talk about it, it helps. That's the first step. if you're going through something, just talk about it with somebody, your friend, your best friend, your brother, your sister, your mother, your aunt, your uncle, anybody. So I'll tell you right now, if you hold it in and you let it eat you up, it gets worse. And I don't want to say I was rock bottom, but I was damn close. I was definitely in a rough spot there for a little bit, and just talking with my friends saved me. Um, you know, and it doesn't really, the whole mental health thing really doesn't have anything to do with the gastric sleeve, but I feel like, being overweight definitely ties into mental health. Oh, because part of being overweight, you definitely have a poor self-image. Some people might agree with me, some people might not. It's just the fact of the matter is. Um, so, I try. What helps me is music, honestly. When I'm having a bad day, put on some music, depending on my mood, and it absolutely changes 360. You could be having the worst day, just the right song puts me right back in that good mood. And I tell myself sometimes, I'm like, this isn't who you are. You don't need to be upset about this silly little thing that's going on. I choose to not be upset about this anymore, and I'm going to be happy. And that's what I have to tell myself sometimes. Like, I choose to be happy. I do not choose to be sad right now. So I believe that this sleeve is going to help some of my mental health issues. Um, I don't see a therapist right now. I'm trying to with my insurance. I got to figure out who I can see, especially post surgery. 4 days away. 3 days and a wake up now. So it's gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be interesting. So if you watch this video all the way through, I want to say thank you. I appreciate it. This was kind of, this is new to me. I've never done a vlog series. I've never put my life out there like this. I mean, some people might disagree with me. Like, I do use Snapchat a lot. I do put a lot on Snapchat, but like actually letting people in to like, what's behind the wall, what's going on in here, being kind of raw with it. So I appreciate it if you watch it all the way through. I'm probably gonna do. This is gonna be the last video. I'm gonna do probably a combo video, like Thursday and Friday combined, like pre-op, like the day before my surgery combined with day of my surgery, and then day after my surgery. So it'll be one big video of the day before, the day of, the day after. I'm gonna try and post that Monday. I'm gonna try and get. I'm planning on to do 3 videos a week. Do like 2 days combined into one video. I'm gonna try my best. Like I said, I'm new to this. I'm figuring it out as I go. I finally turned my phone sideways. I'm always, the last 2 videos were straight up and down. Now I have it sideways. So again, everyone, I can't thank you enough for the support. If you continue to watch my videos, check them out, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, share them. If I can help anybody, it makes me feel better. Helping one person, that's all that matters. Don't be afraid to, reach out, say, hey, listen, this is what I'm going through, and I'll do my best to try and give, help you out and, give you some insight on what I went through. Ooh, got tired. So, guys, have a wonderful night. Have a great day. Again, thank you again for all the support, and I will catch you next time. Matty Mo, motivation, Matty Daddy, out.